It's a testament to the film and the episodic nature of it, because where we see you now, as incredible and as fierce as your character is from the first frame we see her, we know based on this franchise, as it continues, we'll get to see different sides of her. And Natalie, I think your character is a perfect example of that. Again, in later chapters, we find out new things about her. And one thing I will say, like any fast movie, there's faces in this movie that you guys don't know about. And I think there's one that's particularly awesome for you. I just like the idea of her having a past person sort of pop up, and we get to learn a little bit more about her in this one, which is kind of fun. Don't tell them who, though. They need to figure it out tonight.
He's so douchey. That's the only hint I'm going to give you.
Okay, good. Natalie, take it from there.
Yeah, I guess it's very... what's been fun about Ramsay is that being a hacker or a hacktivist, like so much of her probably her previous life was probably in a basement or a warehouse somewhere working independently through a computer. Like she could cause maximum destruction on her own from one room. And now she's like connecting with this family of people and choosing to stay and be a part of it and contributing in this kind of epic way in her own little way. Like as a collective, they are kind of a force, you know? And but with each chapter that Ramsay has been a part of, yes, great, she's really good at the technology and making certain things possible, but she also has to earn her stripes in other ways. And whether that's, you know, jumping behind the wheel of a massive truck and she doesn't drive, or whether it's like getting, you know, our team connected to someone from her past. Because I don't know if you know much about hackers, but there's this very, very kind of cool like community of people that, you know, live very under the radar and they go by different names, and it's kind of really cool. And so in this movie, Ramsay kind of brings the team to somebody who is a part of that kind of community of people that from her past. And yeah, I think you'll be excited about who that is. He's very, very funny. Yeah. He's someone who I can't, without giving it away, with something about him. I don't know. I don't want to say Vince give me. He's saying no.
It's a memorable moment.
He's very, very funny in this, and it was. I'm not gonna call him douchey, Michelle.
That's gonna be the quote of the press conference, so I don't really. It's gonna be good.
His character is definitely a very like welcomed like moment of levity and comedy. Because I'm scared to give anything away, Michelle.
Yeah,
so I'm just going to stop talking.
We can say this, Miss Bree, ma'am. Hi, I love the levity that you bring to this, and I would say this: there's just a few Oscar winners on this stage, and I love all of everyone's assembled work. But I loved watching you be hilarious in this and look like you and Jason Momoa, I might add, who's not with us but here in spirit. Y'all were having so much fun. Like, I really love how hilarious you are in this, and so much fun. How much fun is that to have that sort of switch? Because I know it was something you were looking forward to do, like the comedy of it.
Comedy. I want to be here with these people for like my whole life. It's true. Are you kidding me? My friends and family have never been more invested in anything I've ever done than this. My phone probably has 5,000 text messages because I'm not sending them enough content. So I begged for many years to be part of this. And then when I got the call to be part of it, it was a very quick turnaround. It was very fast and furious, as Alan said. And so it was crunch time, and I am very annoyingly actory in that I like 9 months of prep, and they were like, how about 2 weeks? And so luckily I got a call from Vin within about moments of getting cast, went over to his house, met his incredible family and children, and they sat across from me at a table like with their heads in their hands, and they were like, so what will you be bringing to the Fast franchise? And I was like, I gotta figure this out. But luckily, his kids helped me out so much. They all gave a piece that ended up becoming Tess. A huge part became his youngest daughter. Specifically, when we were at her eldest daughter's birthday party, she was wearing a jacket that said "Good Vibes Only" on it, but she was like in a kind of a sassy mood. She was like stomping around, but had this jacket, and I was like, that's it. And she is so smart, so funny. and so honest and trustworthy. And so I based the character off of her, and it's working out great.
I would say that, and folks will see that. Miss Dame Helen Mirren, ma'am, it's so great that you're like sitting next to me here. And also, as everybody brings their talents to the stage and to what we see on screen, what I love even more is the passions that Bree talks about that you all get to live. And your love of action is the one that I am like so happy for folks to really see, because for me, I see you in something like Red, and then now recently in something like, 1923, and obviously with this, Get that shotgun in the corset. But for you, like just what Michelle was saying, it's bigger than that. And like it is an art form. And I love hearing from folks, again, with your career that are so passionate about the art form of action. And I would love to hear some of the ones that were your favorite action movies that you were sort of saying like, okay, I got to be a part of these because I loved these from the past.
Yes, I mean, I begged to be in Fast and Furious. I was on my knees in front of Vin, not for that reason, for a completely different reason. I was begging him that I could be in a Fast and Furious film. And gosh, it worked. It was amazing. Anyway, no, I completely, I'm completely with Michelle. Stunt organizers, designers should have Oscars without a doubt, especially in this day and age when so much of these beautiful, amazing films like Fast and Furious depend on the creation of the stunts as much as the execution of the stunts. Of course, stunt people are so courageous, but the actual design of the stunts, it's extraordinary work. And I, as an actress, I just love to work with these kind of creative people and watch their craft. I find it just so impressive and moving. But I'm only going to reiterate here, I guess, people talk about family with Fast, and it is family. Of course, look at us. We are a weird, dysfunctional, but loving family. And the thing that holds it together, and this is not pretentious and it's not fake. It is love. It really is. It's love of the craft, love of filmmaking, love of your fellow actors, performers. And it is a sort of extraordinary thing that Vin has created. There's nothing like it in the history of film that I'm aware of. So I'm incredibly happy and proud to be a part of it.
Thank you. And we're happy to have you.
I have to give her a hug. We're not doing this.
Thank you. Thank you, honestly, because I will bring questions, but you bring energy that I will never be able to match. I want to definitely talk about Abuelita, though. Miss Rita Moreno, I told Vin this yesterday, but in the pantheon, yes. In the pantheon of Abuelita casting, we have reached a new pinnacle, having you be now the head of this family. I mean, of all the families to be the head of. And obviously, what you bring and what people like Dame Helen Mirren bring, you just bring it when you walk on set. But what was that like for you? Because again, I don't think there's anything at this point you haven't already done, but was this a novel new experience for you to be coming into a film like this in the 9th chapter? Like, what was the most interesting part for you sort of peeking into this family saga?
I was very nervous.
I can't believe
I mean, this is a family. And the way I see family, you can't just worm yourself in because you may be charming or you have some award or something like that. It's very, very different experience. And one of the most wonderful things that happened, thank you, Louis, is that he let me do some impromptu words. And that killed me because it actually gave me the opportunity to be emotional in a way that I never expected this scene to be for me. But some of the wonderful things that happened that were so new to me, there is a scene, no, I'm not going to give anything away. No. There's just simply a scene where, after all, he is my son. We embrace each other, and I remember, and as mother and son, and all I could think of, even though it was not part of the scene, was, my God, thousands of women would love to be in my place.
Facts.
At this, millions of women at this point. But I do want to say to Helen, I was on my knees. Shut up. Sit down. Sit down. The nonna is speaking. I was on my knees because I'm so fucking ambitious.